Or two, I come across player who has no idea what they're doing with the tiger. And at this point, I'm really done trying to help you people, man. If I'll be honest, like, there's so many YouTubers out there, including myself, that's been telling you how to properly play the tiger. But then again, I get into battle and I see this exact same shit over and over again. I swear. You never know. Anchor your tank, buddy. Really a full broadside? Come on. No better than that. Nah. Yeah, that right there is the reason why the jumbo is at 6.3. I'm not really fond of the armor mechanics in Heroes and Generals, but to be honest, with all this thing is in War Thunder, I kinda prefer the one in Heroes and Generals over War Thunder. Yeah, I know, it hurts me to say it also. Hey guys, it's Jamie here, and welcome back to another episode of Heroes and Generals Buddies War Thunder. And of course today, moving out of the heavy tank destroyer line, there's one vehicle I skipped because I don't have it yet. I will come back to it later on. We are going into the heavy tank line. And of course, starting off is a vehicle that I really want to avoid making a video of for a very long time. This is the Jumbo 76 Sherman, or the M4A3E2 76W, whatever you want to call it. And this thing used to be a somewhat of a viable heavy tank to use, but now at this battle rating 6.3, it's really not. I'll be honest, it's really not. And before you guys say that this thing is still OP, you can still bounce a lot of shells and you can still take out enemy tanks, that is because of two things. One, either I get down tiered, which doesn't really happen that often. I'm surprised he actually did for this video. Or two, I come across player who has no idea what they're doing with the tiger. And at this point, I'm really done trying to help you people, man. If I'll be honest, like, there's so many YouTubers out there, including myself, that's been telling you how to properly play the tiger. But then again, I get into battle and I see this exact same shit over and over again. But anyway, let's break it down to you and I will show you why I'm really not too particularly fond of this EV tank now. Now, first things first, armor. Just like the M4A3E75, you have 38mm of here that is sitting on top of a 63mm of armor right here. So, to add those two together, you get 101mm of armor that is sloped around 48 degrees. Well, think of this as shooting the front plate of a Panther. Apart from a little bit less slope, it's a little bit thicker armor, so not a lot of guns can actually go through this. But here's the thing though, even the 101mm up here, the 114, 139 and whatnot on the upper front plate right here, at battle rating 6.3, literally almost anything you look at has one way to penetrate your upper front plate one way or another. And I can tell you, a lot of them don't give a crap whether you are angled or not. Which is unfortunate, because if you're wondering, am I going to say about the weak spot? Well, not really, because what's the point of doing that when you can just spend this anyway? But anyway, if this thing gets down tiered to 5.3 battle rating, they can shoot this. As per usual, the 25mm plate that is sitting on top of a 34, but seems like a double layered armor, but your gun can pen more than 100mm, so this is not really a big deal. But if you think this window is too small, what you can do is wait for him to angle, which most of the time Jumbos would normally do, because you know, German guns, 5.3, Panther, Tiger ones, they can actually pen this if it's not angled in any way. But if they are angling, which most Jumbos would normally do, you can actually shoot this instead. 38mm right here. Even when you angle it, yeah, that's an easy side shot to shoot right there. And even if you don't have a good angle of penetration, you can shoot this instead as well. It should be able to go through it. And then moving up, the turret armor, you have this cinder block of a gun manlet right here, which is how I identify the different Jumbo Shermans. And of course, Gaijin made this variable thickness armor. I said before and I say it again, variable thickness armor is probably the most broken armor type I've ever seen in War Thunder ever. And the reason is because it used to be like 177, and then if you have a Panther, you can definitely wait for him to point the gun at you and then you can just penetrate this right here. But yeah, as you can see, 177 becomes 178, becomes 262, 606. Oh my goodness. So all the jumper has to do is keep moving, keep wiggling the turret, keep angling. They're not getting through this anytime soon anymore. Unfortunately though, given this thing's mobility, it's really not something I would use for flank and spank, unfortunately. Now you do have 546 horsepower at 2600 rounds per minute, but given that this is a Sherman with additional armor meaning additional weight, that means your max speed drops to 35 kilometers an hour. The M4A276, the E8 Shermans as well, they have around like 45-48 kilometers an hour, so that's quite a significant drop. Now the good news is that building up to this speed is really not an issue. This is a bit of a powerful horsepower engine, as well as you have a wider set of tracks, so off-road driving is really not an issue. Just be careful that your reverse gear is awful. So unfortunately, this is not something I would use for flank and spanking like how you will play a Hellcat. It's a little too slow for that, unfortunately. Now moving on, the firepower of this thing. This is the M176mm cannon, and yes, of course, this is the same gun that you'll be seeing from battle rating 4.7 or 3.3 if you want to compare this with the M7 3-inch gun, all the way being brought up to 6.3 battle rating. Does it seem like it's an issue? Well, let me point something out to you. This is the shell that we'll be firing. Now this is something you need to be careful of. Again, Gaijin, they swap out the stock shell of the M62 with the M79 shot, so this is gonna be a bit of a struggle to grind, unfortunately, which doesn't really help this thing's case. But this is the shell that we'll be firing, the M62 shell, armor piercing cap ballistic cap shell that pens up to 149mm of armor with 65 grams of explosive mass. And you'll be wondering, Jim, 149mm of armor, that's actually a lot, right? But here's the thing though, if you come across Tigers and Panthers, Tiger 2s more specifically, you're gonna have a lot of difficulty facing them, even the Tiger 2 piece. Because, now granted this is only 100mm of armor, but the thing is, all this guy have to do is just keep angling the turret as well as keep weakening, so that it's a bit difficult to penetrate this. And unfortunately, when I say that, I am assuming that you are at point blank range or close range. Meaning that this guy can take you at long range, you can't really return the favor, and you don't really have the speed to get close, unfortunately. Or worst case scenario, you get up there and you face a Tiger 2H, which, yeah. So in that case, just in case, you might want to bring a few armor piercing composite rigid that pens up to 190mm of armor at point blank, and no explosive mass, unfortunately. But hey, if it's something, it's something. And all the other aspects of the gun, you have 71 rounds of ammunition. I say just bring as many as you like because they're all going to be down here. No difference if you bring less or more. Reloading rate 6.9 seconds. I am running basic crewman with high level weapon reloading. But 6.9 seconds, that's actually kind of fast, but unfortunately, again, you are at 6.3 battle rating, you are facing guns that are way bigger than this, so not really a fair comparison, honestly. But anyway, vertical guidance, negative 10 gun depression, which is pretty good if you are thinking of adopting the hold on position. And finally, gun stabilizer vertical, that's effective around 25 kilometers an hour. And so as you can see, this is why I really don't like to play the Jumbo 76 anymore, because it's too slow to flank and spank. The armor doesn't work at all. The gun barely does. Just why? Just why? Why is this thing a 6.3? It's pretty much the reason why I prefer the Heroes and Generals one over this thing, because at least Heroes and Generals, you don't get one-shotted that easily, and even if it's a Tiger 2H, you can still do some kind of damage to it with the 76mm gun. No. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about the Jumbo. Now let's take this thing out to battle, and hopefully I can do something with it and not get like my max up tier every single time. Hello. They never fix that part, I swear. They never do. Angle your tank, buddy. are you going? Oh, did it bounce? That's right, Tiger. Be afraid. Okay, I think they moved it. Never mind. Oh my goodness. I don't think that was the PTs and D6 I saw. I know we hadn't done that, buddy. Not a guy knows where you. Come on, really? It's almost a fish. Way out there. Damn it. Really, a full broadside? Come on. No better than that. That's what I cover, I guess. Bruh, you have so much time to angle. Oh, this is spawn. This is spawn. My bad. I'm backing up. Nah. Even that right there is the reason why the jumbo is at 6.3. Hey. No. 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 Dash for the tap. Hopefully the AI artillery doesn't kill me. Please, 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 don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I beg of you. Decap then move because I know there's a plane coming. Sure, buddy. There go your tiger, buddy. Dude, come on. I'm not even trying to hide. God, everything's slow right now. I'm so wounded. I'm so sorry, buddy. Everything about me is so slow. Finally. It's bound to happen anyway. It's okay though.